I understand you're quite the collector of CDs and LPs. How many recordings do you own?
I probably own maybe over 2,000 to 3,000.
And when did you start that collection?
Well, I've been collecting since I was young, but I really sort of increased the amount of my collection lately when I discovered that LPs were cheaper than CDs to buy, so I really started going after it then.
So you've been buying a lot of LPs recently?
Yeah, probably for the last maybe 10 or 15 years. When I realized I could pick those up for maybe $1 or $2 as opposed to $15 per CD, and I just love the variety of the types of music I could get. So.
Where do you get those? Online, or is there a store that you buy them at?
Well, I buy them usually at secondhand stores. I'll get them at the Desert Industry or other secondhand stores that usually have them. Sometimes I'll find a yard sale where they're selling a lot of their classical records fairly cheaply. So most people are discarding their LPs, and so I usually can find them fairly cheap. So.
There are some people who say that LPs sound way better than CDs. What's your opinion on the matter?
I think it probably depends on the quality of your equipment as to how they sound and of course, the quality of the record. I mean, if the record's scratched, obviously the sound isn't that good. But I do think the sound I have is very equivalent to a CD. I don't know whether it's better, but...
So you have good playback equipment then?
Yeah, reasonably good.
Your Friday favorite is Suite from Childhood by Harl McDonald. Any particular reason you chose that?
Well, there is a reason I chose that. When I talk about my favorites, it's sort of a fluid concept with me. It's whatever mood I'm in, and I really like classical music a lot, and I like the standards and sort of the monumental pieces done by the Titans, but I like to be surprised with my classical music by somebody that doesn't get played a lot or is really unusual or I haven't heard before. And when I first heard Suite from Childhood, I was instantly engaged by it. I really enjoyed it. It was a delightful piece. It was something that I liked almost immediately when I heard it. It was sort of tantalizing, and it was one of those pieces that surprised me very pleasantly. And I like the fact that Harl McDonald was actually an American composer, which you don't get a lot of play off of American composers. And so I think all of those elements I really enjoyed about it. It was just a delightful piece. For Friday Favorites, I'm Richard LaJeunesse from Salt Lake City, and this is Suite from Childhood by Harl McDonald.